Welcome back to Chapter 4 of our series, Build Apps Without Code, the No-Code Revolution. In this episode titled, Web Apps, Creating Interactive Products with Bubble, we'll explore how you can bring your web app ideas to life using Bubble's powerful platform. So, whether you're a total beginner or looking to enhance your skills, get ready to dive into the world of no-code web app development. Let's get started. Right now, as you listen to this, someone with zero coding background is launching a full web app before their coffee gets cold. No engineer, no massive budget, just a browser. The strange part? The hardest step isn't building it. It's daring to believe that you actually can. Two things usually collide right after that first spark of belief: a rush of ideas and a wall of questions. Where do I even start? Do I sketch screens? Do I need a database plan? What if I break something? This is where Bubble quietly changes the script. Instead of staring at a blank text editor, you're moving pieces around on a canvas, trying flows the way you might rearrange furniture in a new apartment until it feels right. You're not committing to a giant, irreversible build. You're running small, safe experiments on how people might click, search, book, message, or buy. In this episode, we'll zoom in on that moment between idea and first interactive version. How to turn a rough concept into something you can click through, test with real humans, and iterate on without getting lost in technical decisions. So instead of obsessing over learning Bubble, this phase is about learning your product by touching it. You'll move from fuzzy idea to specific behavior: who clicks first, what they see, what they can do next, and what happens behind the scenes when they do it. Bubble's visual editor, database, and workflows were designed to keep those moving parts in one place, so you can change your mind without starting over. Think of it less as designing screens, and more as choreographing a sequence of tiny cause and effect moments a user steps through, one intentional action at a time. Here's where things get concrete. Start with one specific outcome you want a user to achieve, not a list of pages. For example, a freelancer can get a new client booked for a paid session in under 3 minutes. That sentence quietly encodes your first version of a user journey. In Bubble, that journey is the backbone you'll keep tracing and retracing. Break that outcome into visible steps and invisible steps. Visible: sign up, create an offer, share a link, client picks a time, pays. Invisible: create user record, save offer details, calculate price, confirm availability, send notifications. Write these as plain bullet points before you touch the editor. You're defining behaviors, not features. Next, turn those bullets into states: before booking, choosing, after booking. For each state, ask 2 questions. What does the user need to see to feel safe moving forward? And what's the minimum information I must store to honor this step later? That might mean just an email and a name at first, not a 12-field profile form. You're designing the path, not the furniture. This is where Bubble's power starts to feel different from a template website. You're not locked into a rigid funnel. You can model conditional paths. Maybe returning users skip steps. Maybe some visitors can browse without logging in. Represent those forks explicitly. If user has X, send them here, else, send them there. Keep it almost conversational, then translate those statements into conditions. A helpful mental trick: pretend future you is a detective investigating each user action. For every click or choice, ask, what evidence would that detective need later? A timestamp? A status like pending or completed? A link between 2 people? Each answer becomes a field you track, or a status you update when something happens. Finally, constrain yourself. Pick just one journey to make fully clickable first, end to end, even if it looks rough. Resist the urge to sprinkle in secondary flows, password resets, settings, notifications, until that main path feels smooth. Depth on one path beats a wide map of half-finished detours. Think of a specific product you know well: a booking site, a simple CRM, a classroom portal, and steal its tiniest, most concrete moment. Not the whole thing, just one sliver. Teacher posts an assignment. Host approves a guest. Event organizer closes ticket sales. In Bubble, rebuild only that sliver with fake but believable data. Skip branding, layouts, and clever copy. You're testing cause and effect, not aesthetics. For example, say you're copying host approves a guest. Create a crude admin view with a list of pending guests, an approve button, and a status badge that flips from pending to approved when clicked. Then layer one extra twist. Send that guest to a different view once approved, or reveal a new button they couldn't see before. You've just prototyped access control without touching any code. Once that works, push it further. Duplicate the whole flow and alter only one rule. Maybe some guests are auto-approved if they meet a condition. Compare how each version feels, and keep the one that makes decisions clearest to a first-time user. Bubble's AI features nudge this further. Soon, a rough sketch of your rules could generate the first draft of a working flow. As these tools mature, the real advantage shifts from knowing how to build to knowing what to build and what to ignore. Product sense becomes the scarce resource. Your challenge this week: redraw one existing process from your job or side project as a Bubble-ready flow, even if you never open Bubble, just states, decisions, and outcomes on a single page. Soon you'll notice a pattern. The clearer your user's tiny win is, the faster Bubble bends to it. Treat each release like testing a new recipe. Adjust one ingredient, serve it, watch faces, iterate. Over time, those scraps of feedback stack into something durable, the way daily sketches quietly become a portfolio you never planned but now rely on. Try this experiment. In Bubble, build a super simple feature validation web app where visitors can upvote one of 3 concrete features you're considering. For example, user profiles, team dashboards, Stripe payments. Set up a database with a feature data type, create a repeating group to list the 3 options, and add an upvote button that increments a votes field. Then share the app link with at least 5 people in your target audience today and watch which feature wins by the end of the day. Use those real vote counts to decide which feature you'll actually build out next in Bubble instead of guessing. This was Owl Up, your daily step forward. This series continues with more chapters on owlup.co. Visit owlup.co to access the complete course and continue your learning journey. See you there!